and baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and baby, I won't leave your side.
In the end, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini, the remote control, you're the TV, DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gonna bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and baby, I won't leave your side.
Face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it mind you left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl.
Sole distributors of Toyota vehicles. Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town. Through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sion Town, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system be down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Folks, we want to say good morning and welcome to another edition of the Costa Morning Show. We want to sincerely apologize for us coming late due to 1 or 2 technical issues. But thanks be to God and thanks to our technical manager, George Guell, who has made it possible that those technical issues were resolved. We've gone like 12 minutes late into the time that we normally start our show. But that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you get these things. These are electronics. And so at times these things happen. So that's it. We want to say welcome again to another edition of the Costa Show. Today is Wednesday, June 21, 2023. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Cos. Good morning,
Call me Costa.
Good morning, Tevez, and good morning to our listeners. It's good to be here.
Please be loud. Please be a little bit audible, Josh. You come in very low.
Good morning, Tevez, and good morning to our listeners. It's good to be here this morning with you. Sorry for coming on late.
So, Josh, you've been before we go into some of our major talking points, and how do you feel, Josh? Being that person who normally sacrifice for, behind the scene, making sure that these things are fixed, these things are worked on in time to make sure that the nation premier show is being brought to our people. How do you feel working in such an environment, Josh?
Tevez, I feel so good. I can remember 2012 when I came across Costa. So I decided to put my time into everything because for now the Costa show depend on me. So I have to be there on time and make sure the platform keep up. We cannot let the platform die. So that's the reason. Every morning I make sure I be here every morning. See me calling you back to back, even calling Prakat to make sure. Even down to Darlington, Martina, I make sure every morning I call you guys just so we can keep the show alive. We cannot keep the show down.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Folks, George is doing extremely well. When the rain is falling, the guy got to come on the rain, the sun is shining. George comes in time and make sure that our setup are okay. And make sure that we're doing. So, George, want to appreciate you. A right hand salute for your loyalty, your commitment, and the sacrifices that you made for the Costa Show to always be on. We appreciate you, George. So, good morning again. We have some talking points, and hot on the agenda is the issue that has to do with the former Chief Justice, of the Republic of Liberia, and former Senator of Maryland County, in person of Madam Gloria Musu-Scott. Yesterday, she's been charged, formally indicted by the she's been charged by the police, for the murder, criminal conspiracy, and giving out false information. Everything is embedded in that particular charge. And also, there was a scene at the police national headquarters yesterday where we saw some Liberians under the heavy downpour of rain went in solidarity to identify with the Chief Justice as per what has been brought against her through police investigation, and making sure. We all know the story from Broadville, where the former Chief Justice had a girl living with, I think, her niece or daughter or something, I think her niece, right? And while this girl was murdered, and there were fingers pointed at others, like the city mayor of Monrovia in person of Jefferson Koji, like the one of his bodyguards in person of one Teller. Now there were claims and counterclaims being made, and the police were investigating. There were so many investigations on the crime scene, and people were brought, some family members. I think 3 other persons were charged, and along with the former Chief Justice. And so that's it. She's been charged along with 3 others. So people are saying there are so many mixed views, folks. Some are saying that those charges were trumped up only because of the government wanting to have something, or the government is going, about to, tackle the former Chief Justice because, she's probably one of their threats in terms of making sure that all of the opposition cases, she's always involved in terms of, there are so many claims and counterclaims. Yesterday she was charged. So we hope I will not be one of those that will sit there and say those charges were trumped up. I will not be one of those to say it. But we'll leave it with the court, right? She's not guilty. It is just a charge, right, against her. So what she ought to do is to avail herself, go to court, and make sure she has some of the best lawyers to represent her. And it is my hope and prayer, right, that she comes off victorious. It is my hope and prayer, she comes off victorious and proven innocent. But where it is established that she's been linked to sell, oh wow, she been linked to sell. George, you got to make sure the internet is bothering, man. She's been linked to sell crime, and the law should take its course, right? The law should take its course. That is why we always call for legal aspect. Those claims being made, others are saying that Jefferson, Koji, and men were the one who murdered Charlotte and Musu. The family of Gloria Mususka is also pointing finger as Gloria Mususka that she's in the know of what is happening, and people from the government angle. So the matter will be going to the court. As I learned that the lawyer of Gloria Mususka has filed in a raid of habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is filed when the person, right, accused in police custody is being detained or held for more than 48 hours, right? More than 48 hours. And that particular rate is filed before the court, to ask the police or the Ministry of Justice to produce the living body of that person that has been detained in police custody. So the rate of habeas corpus of them fighting, two lawyers representing Gloria Mususka, Councilor Fayad, Augustine Fayad, former Assistant Minister of Litigation, Ministry of Justice, and one Anthony Dixon Tama. These are the two lawyers and other lawyers representing Gloria Mususka. So we hope and pray that this case, goes a way in which the law will take a course, so we can know those true perpetrators, right? People are raising claims against the government. Others from the opposition are raising claims against the government, and others from the government are raising claims against Gloria Mususka that she knows something about her daughter's death. So we hope and pray that this goes through and those that are involved are being brought to book. Secondly, folks, we've seen on Facebook, right? There are some despicable comments being made by some of our brothers. I repeat, there are some despicable comments and posts being made by some of our brothers on Facebook concerning the former Vice President illness, right? Let me say this. It is not a good thing to wish people a sickness. If someone is ill, the best thing you can do for yourself is to wish that person speedy recovery. Right? It is not to bewitch that person. One, old age is not for one person. Secondly, sickness is not also for one person. Family members of the former Vice President have said this time without number, that the former Vice President is well, that the former Vice President is okay, that Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka is very healthy. But some of our brothers, right? You don't play politics with everything. You don't play politics with somebody deaf. You don't play politics with somebody illness. That's been wicked. You and a man, although don't share similar political view, you can disagree with him on policy. You can disagree with him on policy issues. But anything pertaining to a health or pertaining to anything, right, that is not related to policy issue, I don't think a worth note of saying it. And that is wrong. That is wrong. Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka is a statement. If you think in your mind that he is not well, if you want to be publicly seen, right, you can do a post, speedy recovery, when it is established when it is established that the vice president is not well. But not to come on Facebook and be saying all sort of things. He could be your father. He could be your grandfather. Seeing some people on Facebook, President Ambassador Bwaka is in Ghana. There is this post that his son made, Joe Bwaka Jr., where he had a plate of food in front of him. And I saw on Facebook people sagging his right eye. That this is the reason why Ambassador Joseph Yima Bwaka normally wears a dark shades. This is wrong, folks. This is wrong. This is not good for our politics. This is not good for our country. You don't play politics with everything. If it were your father, if it were your grandfather, and people coming on saying these kind of nasty things, how will you feel? Tell me, man. I saw some of the posts on Facebook yesterday. I felt so bad. We can disagree on policy issues, folks. We can disagree on policy issues. But not with this kind of a thing. How will you be with somebody? That is wrong. That is wrong. I may have some political or policy differences with the former vice president, but he also deserves our respect. The former vice president deserves our respect. We should stop this, folks. Go for the issue. If you think the man is not capable of running the country in terms of policy issue, raise those policy issues. But not to go on Facebook and insult him. Not to go on Facebook and be wishing. Amen. If someone does that to your father, if someone does that to your grandfather, brother, tell me, how will you feel? How will you feel? That is not politics, folks. You go on Facebook, you circle the man red eye and say, they say that the thing entering the man's eye and they die and die and dead. That's a form of extremism. That is not politics. That is a form of extremism. That's not politics. That is wrong. You don't treat people like that. You don't treat people like that. Yesterday, when I saw it, Josh, when I saw that on Facebook yesterday, from those of some of our friends, personal friends that we know, from CDC, from some members of the opposition, I said, wow. Is this how our politics has gravitated? Is this how? If you think Joseph Bwaka is a threat to your ascendancy or to your presidency, there are so many policy issues that you can raise. So many policy issues that you can raise. You can do that to some of my brothers within the ANC, to some of my brothers within the CDC, to some of my brothers from other opposition arrangement. You can do that. I thought I want to spend more time on this because this is so embarrassing. And people who we find doing that are all young people. They are all young people. This is extremely wrong. This is extremely wrong. We cannot do our politics like that. He's a former statesman. He deserves respect from us. Is it how you treat a statesman? Is it how you treat them? In other countries, these people are celebrated. They are celebrated. They are celebrated. This is wrong, folks. This is wrong. This is wrong. You know, when some of our guys, you know, who decided to prove a point, they decided to prove a point where they came out, created a fake WhatsApp chat room, and tried to link Henry Costa to this. You know, is this how you are desperate? Why you hope to achieve? God forbid excuse. If Joseph Boakai falls today, God forbid excuse. If Joseph Boakai falls today, how it is going to benefit you? How is this going to benefit you? How? Tell me. Folks, on the last feed, tell me. How it is going to benefit you? You're not going to benefit. You're not going to benefit. You will not be the Joseph Boakai. You will not step in your shoes. You will not be called Joseph Boakai. There are so many things. Because the man, every human being that is made, right, possesses a unique quality. Teves Nangwe is here. I possess a unique quality. George Goela is here. Possesses a unique quality. Rachel Prada is witnessing this life. Possesses a unique quality. Benjamin Joma. Mavana LTE. Pere Oma Man Noah. Everybody possesses a unique quality that no one can take from them. Everybody does. So God forbid excuse, if Joseph Boakai falls today, you are not going to step in your shoes. You are not going to be called Joseph Boakai. You are not going to be called this. Or you are not going to be called other that. You are going to be called by yourself because you were uniquely, made and possess a certain quality. This is uncalled for. If the family members or the party leadership, right? If they come out and say the former vice president is not well, all you need to do, right? If that is published, right? All you need to do, there are two things. There are two things. Either one, you wish his speedy recovery and pray for him. Secondly, if he chooses not to do it, you just leave it alone. But not to make disgusting comments, bewitching somebody. This is so sad. This is so sad, folks. I thought it was to take time on it and encourage our brothers and sisters. Our politics should not be like that. Our politics should not tread on that path. Our politics should not be like that. Our politics should not be like that. Let's always go for the issue. Let's always go for the issue. It shouldn't be. There shouldn't be, folks. Enough on that. Enough on that, Josh. So yesterday we were discussing this issue that Eugene Namwe and that of Samuel Tuer, right? They want us to believe. Amen. Carrington, myself, and our big brother Larry Kennedy, we all were discussing this yesterday. And one of the things that big brother Larry Kennedy said, and I grabbed from that, was the issue when he said, when Samuel Twer goes to these meetings out there, Samuel Twer is moderate. Samuel Twer knows how to present a particular issue, being conscious of the fact that those who Samuel Twer is engaging with are people who are well-versed and knowledgeable of realities that are in our country in terms of them getting first-hand information. So you find out that when Samuel Twer goes either to the IMF meetings, World Bank meetings, UNDP meetings out there, you will find out that Samuel Twer will give the reality and you make a case for donor fundings. But when Samuel Twer returns, when he's in our country, Samuel Twer wants to make us believe that everything is roses, that everything is okay, that Liberians are not faced with abject poverty. That's how Samuel Twer plays his game. To the extent, man, yesterday I read a GHR report here. 34.2%. Just from last year, 2022 to 2023 has not come up. Yeah, man. See how the country has been governed. See how the country has been governed. Only thing that the government thinks on doing is to pay salaries. No infrastructure development. See how the country has been governed. Then Samuel Twer and Eugene Namwe want us to believe that they are doing exploits. They are doing exploits. Now, people who are working, they are involved into what we call in our local parlance, dig hole, cover hole. Dig hole, cover hole. Meaning, they're working, at the end of the month, they are expecting salary. But before that salary comes, they have gone around to go credit. So when the salary comes, you realize that nothing has been achieved for the entire month. Come on, man. Because you not credit so, you not credit to pay children's school fee, you not credit to put food in the house, you not credit to buy EDC credit, you not credit to do the other one, you not credit to do that, you not credit to do this. So people are involved into hand-to-mouth business in this country. The reason why we are taking this stringent measure or on the back of this government, during the 2017 election, George Weah and his folks made up to believe that they were going to do exploits, that they were going to do things that the sitting left administration didn't do. They have raised people's expectation. They have said the worst things about Ellen. So they are coming out for change of hope. Where is the change of hope? Where is the PAPD that said every year 1 million people who have gotten job, and people who have been taken from poverty? Where is that document? Where is that document? Today, they want us to believe that George Weah and folks are doing well. There are certain elements in this government that are just there. Nothing they are doing. There are few who are trying their best. Yesterday I said on this platform, the legs of Chokonkwi, the legs of Wisa Blamo. These are people that I'm singling out because we've seen some of their work. How they put themselves in that spirit to work for the Liberian people. But some of our brothers, they are just there to collect the salaries. They are just there to just be called all the men are government official. Just the name. Who are those technocrats? Who are they? Who are those technocrats that are crafting policy that some of our international partners can see and be attracted to those policies? That donor fundings can come in and help our people. Where are those technocrats? Where are they? There are some people who government use their resources on and send them to school. Some of the elderly schools. They are stay around. Government sponsors scholarship. Some of them were there in those areas, being in the technical cycle, making things have to happen. But when you came and took power, because they are now some of your munya praise singers, you ousted some of them. You demoted some of them. You demoralized some of them. Only because they are not your apple polishers. Only because they are not your praise singers. Only because they have not resorted into wearing red berets. Today, the few things that are trending on Facebook now are the red beret challenge. George, you've been seeing it, right?
Sure.
Seeing it, right? The red beret challenge.
All on Facebook.
Yeah, that's their achievement, right? Seditions, that's their achievement. Red beret challenge.
Every program they having.
Sure.
Every program. Even in West Point, they carrying it. Logintown, they carrying it. Small program.
Red beret challenge. Everybody on Facebook now. When you show your red beret as a sedition, the men will say, oh, the men are not clear, they men are clear, they men are clear, they men are clear. That's their achievement. Folks, this is sad for our country. The government has only resorted into salary payment. Is that what we signed up for? Is this how somebody gets the country at heart? Say, George, we are getting the country at heart. Is it how he gets the country at heart? George, we are? This is so sad for our country. This is so sad for our country. We cannot be like this for another 6 years, folks. 6 years added to your present age. Just calculating. 6 years added to your present age. You know how many years you'll be? All of this. And the people in America will suffer. Because your doors will be knocked every time to send wave and help. Oh, my child school fee. Oh, my this. Oh, my husband. Your doors will be knocked every time. Folks, this is troubling for our country. This is troubling for our country. We cannot give George Weah another 6 years. In as much that we cannot give, George Weah says yes. In as much that we cannot give, George Weah says yes. We need to sort out for a best alternative to replace George Weah. I'm not going to tell you, say, vote for the person, vote for that person. But there are so many good people in the race. The legs of Tiawan Se Gonglu. The legs of Ambassador Joseph Yema Bouaka. These are good people. I will not say vote for the person. But I've given you names that you can look between. Who knows? Others might emerge. But for now, these are the people that I see. Yes, there might be some fundamental issues. There might be some fundamental issues. And it is how patriots come out to raise out these issues and make sure those who want to steer the wheel, who want to be the forerunner, who want to take power, right? Listen to their people and take the corrective measures. Sometimes when we question, when our fear have been raised, that some of our brothers who have aided George Weah in making the country mess up today, oh, Alexander Comey is another decent man. Sorry, I didn't mention him. Alexander Comey, Tiawan Gonglo, Joseph Yema Bouaka. These are people, right? We may have some issues with them, policy issue. And it is our incumbent responsibility not to enslave our conscience, to raise out these issues so that our people can be aware and knowledgeable about. Some of these people, like for ANC, we'll go to the three of them, right? For ANC or the CPP, Ambassador Joseph, Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings cries out loud for change. But some of the folks that are rubbing shoulder with Cummings are people who have some tainted records. The likes of Louis Brown, the likes of Daniel Chie, and others. In political negotiation, like I've always stressed this, people don't go to political arrangement because according to them, I'm a patriot, I'm a nationalist, I get a country at heart. No. People go there with their interest. Who can tell me that I'm lying? People go to political arrangement with interest. Not a single person will tell me, say, they've gone to political arrangement because they get a country at heart. They are a patriot, they are a nationalist. That's a big lie. They go there with interest. They go there with interest. So now, what is a guarantee? Seeing the legs of Daniel Chie, seeing the legs of Louis Brown, Musa Hassan Berete, Binyam Cummings. What is a guarantee that when Cummings takes office tomorrow, we will not experience some of these things? What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee? These are policy issues, right? You question the policy making aspect of having these people around. How are they going to, how are they not going to be, effective in making decisions about politics? Because, mind you, these people are still going to be around if coming wins tomorrow. They are going to be key factors. They are going to be major decision makers. They are. They have. So in political negotiation, you have these people around, pledging their support to you. In return, they need something. In return, they need something. Out of decency and respect for them, you got to live up to your word. That yes, during campaign period, you came over and support, you promised me, when I support you, you're going to do this, you're going to do. You got to live up to your word. Let's come to Tiawan. Tiawan, we've not seen anybody beyond Tiawan in terms of people, but we are still watching. One, to see who Tiawan picks as his running mate. Who are those people that are openly associating with Tiawan? We know there might be some bad guys on the covers. We know that. But publicly, we haven't seen them. Folks, if you know any of them that are around Tiawan, please say it here. Please say it here. I have not seen any of them. If they are there, probably they are undercover. They are undercover. But what comes to mind is Liberians, we are some kind of people. We always love voting for bad leaders. We always love voting for bad leaders. Hey, man, Tiawan go sell out, man. Tiawan don't get money. Tiawan a poor man. Tiawan a dead. Tiawan a die. Tiawan want to win, sir. Yeah, basically you hear some Liberians saying that. Tiawan get money. Tiawan a poor man lawyer. A poor man lawyer thing will eat. Tiawan want to beat Joey ourselves. These are the things people are saying about Tiawan. These are the things people are saying about Tiawan. But for me, publicly, I haven't seen some of the bad politicians beyond Tiawan. Publicly, I haven't seen it. I go to Ambassador Boaka. Yes, we all will join our voices to the many. We will join our voices to the many voices in an unmistakable chorus to say JMB is a good man. We will say that. Similar issue that I've raised with ABC Comics. It's what is unfolding. Ambassador Boaka has the legs of Prince Johnson, Alex Tyler, Edwin Snow that is double dipping, supporting CDC at the same time supporting Ambassador Boaka. And the legs. These same people who have caused this nightmare for us today. When you say, then some of my brothers say you got to get people to win to govern. These people are going to be major decision makers in our country. These people are going to be major decision makers in our country. Tomorrow, if Bwaka wins, they are going to be major decision makers. Nobody can sit there and lecture me now. They will just use the people to just win and then move on there. And go find a place, sit down. You lie. You lie. These people are going to be major decision makers. The likes of Eric Starner, the likes of James Manning, the likes of Edwin Snow, the likes of Prince Johnson. You know, this is sad for our country. These recycled politicians always looking for safe haven. That's how people behave. Everyone sees that Bwaka is building the momentum. Bwaka is being discussed in every corner. Bwaka is being seen as that person that can put that challenge to George Weah. So now, these same people that were behind George Weah yesterday, who have aided George Weah to destroy this country, are the ones now packing their bags behind George Weah, taking their bags for him, and going behind Ambassador Bwaka. These same people. Folks, this is troubling for our country. This is troubling for our country. We need to stand strong. We need to stand strong. We need to stand strong. Because every election year, there is some kind of thing that can interplay. Before we go to the phone line, Josh, let me consult with the voters. Let me consult with Liberians. Folks, we are at a critical junction in our nation's history. I repeat, we are at a critical junction in our nation's history. We've all said this in chorus, that George Weah is not a good leader. So we want him change. Those who want him change, wait. Are they prepared? Are they willing? Are they conscious enough to put the Liberian people's interest first as compared to those greedy politicians who move from political area to political area because they want protection or because they want to just be around power to steal and perish our coffers? Today, like I said, and I'll always say, until otherwise others, I support Ambassador Joseph Yima Bwaka's presidency. But in as much that I support his presidency, my conscience should never be enslaved as a supporter to not point out some wrongs. That is how we Liberians will grow monsters. That is how we Liberians will grow demagogues. That That is how we Liberians, when we shall have created these monumental images, now we sit back and watch and regret. Hey, Lord, if I have knew. Hey, Lord, these people were sheep in clothing, wolf in sheep clothing. Hey, Lord, we should be able to say the hard truth. Yes, we want Omen Bwaka. But how can Ambassador Joseph Bwaka convince me and convince the many others that those who are surrounded him is Ambassador Bwaka ready and fit to make decisions of his own and not to be influenced by those people that are around him? How can Ambassador Bwaka allay this fear of man and tons of people? How? That is why I said here on the show the other day. In as much that I support Ambassador Joseph Yuma Bwaka's candidature, but I'm also lowering my expectation. I am also lowering my expectation. Because these are politicians. I'm also lowering my expectation. And you also have to lower your expectation. I support Joseph Bwaka, but I'm lowering my expectation. Because there are some things, if he becomes president, right? There are some things that Bwaka will do that will get me discouraged. And I will not be in that position, to be in that position, I will be thinking so hard. I'll just sit and say yes. I expected this. Nobody is blogging anybody, John Tube. Nobody is blogging anybody. Right? So, I'm lowering my expectation. I'm lowering my expectation. So, that's it. That's it. Most of these politicians are surrounded by these CEO people that have destroyed this country. You know, some of our folks, Joshua, some of our folks, one of them laughing, they are so interesting. Very interesting. I'm telling you that I'm supporting. I'm not forced to say I'm supporting Joseph. Who is forcing me to say it? Who is forcing me to say it? I'm telling you I'm supporting Joseph Bwaka. So because I'm supporting this person, I should not see any wrong in this person. Is that how you are thinking? Amen. How will you think like that? That's what I say. That's how we grow monsters. That's how we grow political demagogues. That's how we do. That's how we do. So because I support the person, yeah? Because I support the person, I should not speak my mind. Wow. Hey, appearance. We the people are the problem. Some of you're run behind Joey here. Yeah, they bought now the traditional politician. They bought when you are playing football, you have your own money. He been helping people there, in the Vera camp, Bujuburan camp, the other camp, that other camp. When the ball come to power, the way the ball used to use their own money, then the government will get a ball money, the ball will do plenty of things. Today, You, the Liberian people, you created a monster. You created this. The boy worth 90 million. That boy get his own money. The boyfriend with Samuel Itu. The boyfriend with Didier Drogba. The boyfriend with Cristiano Ronaldo. The boyfriend with Leo Messi. These people around the world will bring development in the country. They will bring football factory. Will bring chess factory. You, the same Liberian people, elevated this. You, the same Liberian people, elevated George Weah. Today, George Weah is still in our throat. The ball get the country, The ball, everywhere we play the ball. And the ball time you leave it. From the daily ball, born God been blessing the boy. You're the old politician and your kids. They born a traditional politician. You sit here, you elevated, you've grown this monster. Today you don't take the monster from them. The same thing you did to create George Weah, to give him a level of political capital and validation. The same thing you did. That's the same thing you bring into Joseph Yima Boaga. You will never find any fault. You will never find any wrong in a person that you support. That's how bad. That's how bad our country is. That's how bad. That's how hypocritical we Liberians are. That's how. Yes, we support Joseph Yima Boaga, but in as much as we support it, there are some things that are going on. We got to point it out. We got to point it out.
Sure.
We have to point it out. We have to point it out. And let me address the law issue before we go to the law. Costa will speak soon. Costa will speak soon. And some of you who are saying that if Costa doesn't support JMB, Costa goes away, Costa can't away, his political career is dead. You know, sometimes we think we are being professional, but sometimes we just being disrespectful to people. Costa is a mature man. Costa controls his political life. And you know, nobody political life is tied to anybody. Nobody political life. Costa is a full-grown man. Costa chooses why he wants. If he feels that whatsoever political decision he will make, that's Costa. So respect him. If the time comes when he makes that decision, respect him for that. But you don't say the man political career will die. You don't say that, folks. Respect the brother. The same way he respecting and others are respecting your view for supporting Alexander Coming, for supporting CDC, for supporting Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaga. What he chooses to do, respect him for that. But say he support the other person, he support that other person, Costa career with that. That's been disrespectful. That's been disrespectful. Leave Costa alone. You know, sometimes some of our brothers can say, "Oh, Costa is not important. Costa is not this. Costa is not that. We don't need it. We don't need it. But why are you also care about his silence? You say that man not important. You say that man doesn't have any political relevance. You say that man not care political career. You say the man is there, you make the man is that. Why are you still bothering Costa? You think it's not important? Only a less important thing that is not giving you attention. Only a less important thing that is not giving attention. Something that is not important, it is not giving attention. But something that is important is always being talked about. It's always been eager. It's always been eager to know about. And you can start doing all of the predictions. Costa will support Jeremy. Costa will support other person. Costa will do this. Costa will do that. If that person wasn't important, why are you why are you so curious? Why are you so eager to know this person's next move? Why are you? Costa will speak soon, I can assure you. Costa will address the nation soon, I can assure you. So hold all of your speculations, hold all of your predictions. Costa will speak soon. So Josh,
yes,
so to you, go to the line, announce the number there, or people participate.
Okay, Tevez, you said all this morning, but end of the day, the same people who say, oh, Costa, you see people now all on Facebook. The only way to know you Costa talking. Only in. Okay, first the number so called this morning on the show 0770-102-102, 0886-010-TD-80. The WhatsApp number +231 880-513417, 0770-102-102. Yep. Let me take the first order on this. Good morning.
We have calls there, Josh.
Yep. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Arlington, Texas.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. I'm listening to the program. Tevez is saying some things. He's making some sense. But the Liberia politics, it have been this way for a long time, where you cannot, drive these kind of people away from the politics, the Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, he been part of politics early time, George Weah time. So what should we do? Should we throw him away? He's part of us. So even Prince Johnson is not Jeremiah Kuhn. Why you guys always putting Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kuhn in the same box? Those people have different thinking. So I think we should start preaching such things. It's not right. Why he won with Eddie Johnson? He won with George Weah. Then you want him to, or Joseph Walker to throw him away. That is not fair, TFS.
Okay, my brother, let me just hold you there and go back to the line to that person. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
And good morning to the Costa Show.
Morning.
This is Eden Sheriff calling from Painesville. First of all, most people forgetting about some of the good things Costa did and he's still doing for the country. I'm a Joseph Baga supporter. I also hold Costa to high esteem for what he's been doing for the country. They fly even a level of race. But let me just say this. You see, I'm now a United Party team, but I support Joe Baga. But within the United Party, right, there are people there angry because Joe Baga pay respect for Costa, and then there are things they used to say about Costa or Joe Baga, call Costa, Joe Baga or tell Costa, say, this person call the person, the next person say the thing about you. Joe Baga is a man who believes in Costa, so that jealousy and envy. They don't want Costa to come to the United Party because they think that Costa will take a lot of things from them. You see, apart from that, most of the recycling politicians are going around running to the United Party, especially for snow. Let me tell you this. You can remember the election, I think 2017, most of them they lost their seats. And the same thing will happen this time around. You think that no stupid? People will not vote for them. Somebody going home, maybe they'll go back on their farm to go sit. But so they don't even have farm. So I think the people are around begging because we know it happened to politicians, they lost their seat, they get broke someone down and dump back. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother. That's how you there, and that's the number 0770-102-102, 0886-010 TD. The WhatsApp number +231 880 TD 417. The WhatsApp number +231 880 TD 417 077 102 102 0886 010 TD. The numbers to call this morning and take part on the show. No calls yet, tell us.
Okay, so like I was saying, Josh, and to our folks, don't predate Costa. Wait for Costa, let him speak. Like one of the callers said, in every arrangement, it is not only to the United Party alone, right? I witnessed that in the ANC. I went to observe the program in Grand Bassa County where ANC Alexander Cummings was like naming his running mate, Charlie Bronskin, right? And I saw a display of two senior executives of Mr. Alexander Cummings in Grand Bassa County. And from what I concluded on was due to the issue of inferiority complex, where the other person feels that other person has the attraction, right, from the people within the party, and why the other person doesn't. And that other person that doesn't is the boss to that other person that has the attraction. So for every time that person who is the subordinate to the other person that has the attraction, the boss always feels intimidated. The subordinate, whenever that person comes around, you see the young people all surrounded that person. And behind that person, chanting battle cries and stuff and whatever. Similar thing within the United Party. There are some good brothers and sisters in the United Party. But equally so, there are also some bad ones. I will say this without stupor. Some of them have conjured up lies so many times about Costa to print Costa black to JMB. Many a time, some of them have done that. Some of them. That is why even that fake chat room that was created, to say Costa released JMB medical report. Like I said on the show the other day, if you check it out, it was on United Party people. They are not far from that. In as much as we are accusing finger to some members of the ANC or the CDC, United Party people, some of them are not far from that. I'm telling you, some of them are not far from that. And let me say this. Are you aware that when Costa entered this country, December 30th, are you aware with the huge support in galvanizing people to support JMB, spinning JMB propaganda that Costa has been involved into? Are you aware when Costa was entering this country December 30th, there were some folks within the United Party when Costa requested to use the United Party headquarters to do an indoor program? There were some folks that were saying that Costa shouldn't use the United Party headquarters. Are you aware? How can you be cruel to such a person like this? Some of the good brothers and sisters within the United Party said, no, you don't do this to Brother Costa. You don't do this to Brother Costa. You don't do this to him. Some of the good brothers and sisters within another party stood their ground to go against those other people who said Costa shouldn't use the headquarters to have an English program. So when that fake chat room was created that came out to the public, when that came up, there is in no way I will have doubt that that chat room cannot be attributed to some United Party people, some unscrupulous United Party people who feel that when Costa is around, it is a threat to them. It is a threat to them. It is a threat to them. In as much we are accusing fingers at some ANC folks and CDC folks, we are also accusing fingers, pointing fingers to some unscrupulous guys within the United Party. This is wrong. George, we have called it.
No cause.
This is wrong. We should not be doing this to each other. We should not be doing this to each other. We should be watching each other's back. Today is this man on the stage playing. Tomorrow it will be yours. The envy, the jealousy, the hatred among which the young people in this country is so discouraging. And you see momia, and you see momia, I know what I really need. Because I support Joseph Boakai. Because I support Joseph Boakai. When I'm seeing some things going on, I should not talk it. These are some of you that have destroyed this country. And you see that? You momia. And you see that? I'm telling you, I support Joseph Boakai. In as much as I support Joseph Boakai, I'm also skeptical with those people that are surrounding him. Isn't that a valid point to register, Momia? Isn't that a valid point to register? Folks, tell me on the live. Isn't that a valid point to register? Costa support Joseph Boakai. But some of his people in a camp do not want to see the Grand Costa on. Isn't that a valid point also? Like I said, there are some good brothers and sisters within the United Party. But they are all equally so also bad ones. Isn't that a valid point to register?
Okay, Tevin, let me hold you there. I have a call on the line. Good morning.
Take that call of judgment.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning again, Tevin. I just phoned in not too long. I just want to make this point again. This is Erin Sherry from Pinsy. Tevin, our leaders is like powerful.
Oh, my brother, sorry, I lost you there. Oh,
You go off?
yeah. So you call back.
You go off?
Yes.
You know? So these are valid points, right? I call people names, comments, Tiawon. I register similar point. Was Costa supporting Cummins? Or is Costa supporting Cummins? Is Costa supporting Tiawon? Similar fear, similar point, similar thing that I have.
Okay,
I
Tevin.
register it when I discuss Cummins, when I discuss Tiawon.
Yes, we have him back.
I'm not discussing it with Joseph Boakai.
Yes, this is Erin Sherry again.
Yes.
Tevin, what would make Liberia better is for we Liberians to look at our leaders and criticize them when they are doing wrong. Think how much we love them. So let me get this with a child. You got a child in the house. the child goes out and do wrong, the child come back, when the people bring a complaint to you, you say, my child can do anything, man. My child can do it. So you know what you're doing? You're growing that child into a monster. Because when that child grows up, the child will tear on you and start doing the same old thing to you. So we should learn how to criticize our leader. I can see some of my brothers in the CDC, they don't see anything wrong that George Weah does. But for me, in as much as I support Joseph Boakai, I was criticizing Boakai. I will start criticizing him now before he becomes president. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. You know, I said it and the caller just supported my point. This is how we grow monster. When the child in the home, like the caller make an example of the child in the home, right? The child at a tender age, right? But the child is going to school every time. You gave him $5 for recess. The child goes to school. When that child is coming by, that child brings like $50 or $10 or $20. You, the parent, you know when that child went to school, you wouldn't get that child $5. But that child is coming with excess money. It is your duty to ask that child question. It is your duty to do a follow-up. Sure. As a good parent, you will go about checking. Instructor day, instructor that my child going to school today, I gave him $5. But he came with excess money. Were you the one who gave him this money to him? Then you hear later on that, this child, somebody was complaining about their money lost in a boat in the car, and this and that, whatever. Then you bring the child back home. You didn't correct the wrong that child did. You didn't unearth it. You didn't deal with that child for that child to stop doing what that child is doing. Then today, that child grows up. You as a parent, you go, John Wallace out today, you go steal from one level, man, they beat the boss head. John today, you go steal the break and anger boom. Because when that child was a kid or a young person, you didn't register that. You didn't criticize what that child was doing. Today, that child has grown into a full monster. He has become an armed robber. He has become a notorious rogue. Only because when that child was at that age, you didn't criticize, you didn't chastise, you didn't deal with that child, so that child cannot be involved into that act that child was into. That's how we Liberians behave. We always let it grow our own monster. There is no wrong with seeing people that we support. There is no wrong with seeing people that we support. So what is so big to say, hey, Ambassador Boakai, we seeing people that Prince Johnson behind you. We seeing people that Eddie Startup behind you. We seeing people that James Bunningham behind you. These were the same people that have caused this country to be what it is today of their support to George Weah. Hey, Papi, if you win today, can you assure us that these people will not have say over you like the way they did to George Weah to make the country the way it is today? Papi, can you please answer us? Isn't that a valid concern? Yesterday, you insulted Prince Johnson. We did. We called Prince Johnson notorious murderer, notorious rogue, notorious killer. We need a war and economic crimes code. Have our tune changed from say advocacy today? Have our tune changed? Because he support the arrangement that we support now. So he's not being seen as a Puritan. He's not being seen as a savior. He's not being seen as an angel. I will never and ever enslave my conscience. In my eyes, that's why you support Joseph Human Boakai that support. But in my eyes, I still see Prince Johnson as a notorious murderer. I still see him as a notorious killer. I will not change from that. And I will still call for the war and economic crimes code. Take that caller, Josh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Welcome.
Morning, bro.
Look, let me agree with Mr. Teves now. You understand? It is necessary, and all what he's saying make a lot of sense. Today, George Weah is already president, and some people are holding people around George Weah responsible for what George Weah does. So if at this early stage, you have your supporter trying to erect those necessary checkpoints now as it relates to people who surrounds his candidate, I don't think there should be any issue. I don't think anybody should have any problem with it. To the issue again, let's be very honest. I'm from the COPN. You understand? The manner and form in which Costa was treated was not good. Let's be honest. You understand? Costa have played a major role in diverting most of our attention to Joseph Boakai based on the promotion, based on facts, based on everything, all the good things you have said as it relates to marketing Joseph Newman Boakai, which of course were all true. Let's be honest. So we are hurt from the COPN that Costa, with all the sacrifices Costa has made, he was not chosen or he was not picked as VP. We let it go. Even what is more frustrating to us was when Alexander Cummings picked Charlie Broskin. It has me, to be very honest. I passed that level of getting frustrated about Costa not being picked, but the pick of Charlie Broskin by Alexander Cummings, it brought my memory back about Costa. If Charlie Broskin, with no record of fighting for the Liberian people, with no history of standing for the Liberian people, with no history of advocacy, with no history of risking her life, when she can be picked by Alexander Cummings to serve as VP and people are happy, why should you criticize Costa when Costa wants to be a VP? Or why when Costa was not picked and we are angry and you are getting angry with us? Because Costa deserved that. Look, do the comparative analysis between Charlie Broskin and Henry Costa. Who deserved to be VP? Who fought for the Liberian people? Who have risked his or her life for the Liberian people? Who almost died for the sake of the Liberian people? It is Costa. It is Costa. So when she was picked, our past gone. The issue that Costa was not picked, but Mr. Arizona coming recent pick of Charlie Broskin carry my mind back like it's a new soul that have been created, and I try to work on it. But at the end of the day, we see the greater good for the country. The country comes first, but politics is interest. You understand? Because Costa has a supporter, we are hurt, and that the manner and form in which people are proceeding, castigating Costa, attacking Costa, talking about political career will be damaged, everything. I think it is not fine. It is just an act of being ungrateful. And this kind of thing will not deter us from rescuing Liberia. At the end of the day, I believe that Costa is aware of the hard work, the level of work Costa has put into the Unity Party, diverting most of our attention to the Unity Party. I think Costa is sound enough. While the stream go through all this stress and frustration, I think Costa will make the correct decision, because now we are at a critical juncture. The number of people Costa are carried to Unity Party, 6 months or 4 months to election, to change the mind of these people to come back to wherever Costa is going. If not impossible, it's going to be a very difficult task. And I'm appealing to Mr. Henry Pestro Costa. I think that from that direction and from that perspective, he should look at, because he has diverted our attention to Joseph Boakai for several years, and we are getting used to the old man. We believe in the old man, we believe in a philosophy to the extent that even when Costa try to change the direction today, it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, for us to find new direction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm appealing to him. As he come back to make that pronouncement, I think he should do it in the interest of Liberia, as he always does. You understand? So Costa, nobody can kill Costa political career. Costa is ordained by God. It is only God who directs people's career. So nobody, no man knows the direction. No man controls another man's life. Only God destined people. So, cause I believe that Costa is still popular. I believe that Costa is still important in our body politics, and I think everybody should treat Costa with respect, especially people in the United Party. People in the United Party with no political relevance, people who are not able to even pull their own family member to vote for Joseph Braga, should desist from castigating Costa, from insulting Costa, as we all work towards the mission and to make sure Liberia is rescued. Thank you very much.
Okay, Tom, where you?
Tom, man, Tom, you made my day, bro. That's a brilliant, and you couldn't have said it better than the way you place it, Tom. You know, I find it difficult. That Costa is only good to be on the radio advocating for people, but Costa is not good to take power in this country. I repeat myself. Costa is only good. It's almost like a scenario of the dump truck that they used to build the executive mansion. It is only good to build the executive mansion, but when the executive mansion is being built, it is not good to pass in front of the executive mansion. Some of these people that are raising these flimsy and feeble arguments, are they educated in Costa? Are they experienced in Costa politically? What can some of them show that they have done for their country as compared to Costa? Costa might only be good to be talking about you on the radio, supporting you on the radio. But whenever he wants to aspire for a political position, then you see him as somebody who does not love the country. Hey, man. How can we be wicked to each other like this? How can we be so wicked to each other like this? How can we be wicked to each other like this? Costa is a full-grown man who has understood our body politics from the time he's begun active in our politics. He has gotten a vast experience. This man has taken his time to read government and policy. This man knows the intricacies of our politics. This man has followers. Can a person under the law fee deny the progressive work that Costa has done for the United Party? Can you deny it? Who was speaking of the United Party here again? Tell me. Who was considering the United Party here again? Yeah, says Winifred. Yeah. Of course, I'm going to put yourself on somewhere or do them or do that and what have you. But when a young man aspires for a position and stuff, no, go sit down, you boy. You too young. Your tenant can't. Are you go? You go to determine when the president time comes. George, what you said?
Yeah, let me just hold the house. We have Costa on the line.
Yeah, that's the last call, then I just close up. We are after 12 already. You go to determine when the president time comes.
Good morning.
Yes. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Yulik Mumbo. I call from the US.
Okay, Mr. Mumbo, you're welcome.
I think it's a sad mistake for members of the Unity Party to continue to make those mistakes. The name Heaven Costa is not a today's name. The name Costa is not a name that anybody can play with in Liberia. Unity Party had done this before and they continue to do this. Their winning way is being shackled. If they do not put their house together, Mr. Costa is not an ordinary man. Costa is a revolutionary. Costa can fight alone. So the thing that can put Costa on arrest, political silence, they lie. I will put this in a simple English. When the market wants to die, he can look for something to kill it. The thing they're playing with, they don't know. Costa popularity has swelled over the years. His advocacy has continued to dominate our political scene. Nobody can stop it. So Unity Party, the conspiracy, we are aware. And Henry Costa remain resolute. And the revolution will begin. And Costa will triumph. To all of the supporters of Henry Costa, shut up, stand up, get ready until Costa make a pronouncement. We will deliver Liberia. Even if it is not now, it will be tomorrow. Costa will triumph. We are waiting to hear the hero speak. Can you remember Unity Party was in silence? Can you remember who restored Unity Party? When you couldn't pay your rent when Joseph Barker was dead. It was Costa who blew the trumpet today. You hearing the name Joseph Barker. Where were they? Where were Jeremiah Cone? Where were Prince Johnson? Where were members of the Unity Party? Today, you're running behind Costa. You're playing envy. But Costa remains resolute. That name will shine. It will persevere. It will triumph. Costa is not an ordinary man. He was blessed by God. So his supporters will stand firm. That's why for other political parties. But we are in solidarity with Henry Costa. Costa has made a day and has revolutionized the political scene of our country. He remains resolute. And let me warn the Unity Party. You got to start putting yourself together. Get ready for the battle. Henry Costa remains supreme. God bless you. Save the state. Thank you, Mr. Costa. Remain resolute. We'll stand by you in all cases. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ulek Momo. You know, Josh, we want to say thanks. We are not taking any callers again.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to everyone for participating. And now, let me leave you with this. Everyone's destiny is ordained and directed by God. You are not meant to say this and it come to pass when the Lord God has not said it, has not approved it. You are not God. You are just a mortal man. You are not God. Costa political destiny is not tied to any man. It's not tied to any man. It's not tied to any man. So for you, hypocrites, enemies of the state, who are always fond of producing bad leaders, only because from the inception you make them monster. You don't see them to be criticized when the wrong things are being seen. To you, shame on you. Shame on you. You who have always been in the habit of creating monster. Shame on you. Shame on you. Costa will speak soon. Thanks to all of the participants. Even those one who disagree with us objectively, and those ones who feel that because it is Costa today, it shouldn't be Costa tomorrow because of the hate, the envy, and the jealousy that you possess. Shame on you. Costa will triumph. Costa will rise. The Costa you don't want to see today, you will see him tomorrow. Costa is a great man. Costa is a great son. If you know, that's what I say, if you are far from a person, you don't know what that person actually has in store. Those hypocrites. If you know you are hypocrites, you are witnessing the live video. Shame on you. Who don't know hypocrites will respond back to me? We love JMB, but there are some genuine concern we raise, and we will talk on it. Don't get in your feelings. We talk about commies here. Commies people never got in their feelings. We talk about how they call it tier one people never got in their feelings. We talking about Omen Bwaga again. Then you're getting in your feelings. Now how we face the country? You guys have started a censorship already. Eh? You guys have started a censorship already. Folks, I see you, man. Tomorrow, the team will be here to give you another fascinating edition of the Costa Money Show. You know, I love Liberians. Sometimes if you are feeling bad, you want to be reawakened by that spirit of laughter and stuff and what have you. Just contact so many Liberians and you get some laughter and stuff. So, folks, I want to say have a God bless day. Tomorrow we'll be here, same time, same platform. And I love you and God love you the best. Shalom. Bye-bye.